everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, two teams coming in feeling good about how their last game went up against the Steelers. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
A one-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of one-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional one-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins will ask Brandon Fields to kick it away. This is fielded at the 7. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL. And now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense. Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Set. You got four. You got four. One day. Sponge. Sponge.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and not have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out of that. On your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
Here we go now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got time. He's going to look deep. He's got it. Hit the 15. A big play there for the Dolphins. 34 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stephon Tuitt, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackling.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the 1st. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Hurry up, let's go! Watch it!
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 15 that time. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Green with a catch left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football. But you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion. On the run, this is Jackson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They're going to look to throw. Drops it off for Hillman. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll drop the throw to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Back to throw now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll come out in the pistol. Shift together here from the D-line. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. He'll look to throw, and he's got the hook up to Landry. 1:57 to go in this first of this. Now the Miami field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Brandon Fields now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Tough spot for the offense, 3rd and 8. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way they made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Bryant spread out to the right.
Check 52 to the right. Check 52 to the right. Oh, shit. Switch.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
The play clock's running down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Ten yards still left on second down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. A good pickup there at 22. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
All right, here we go. Boom! Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. They come out with one back and three tight ends. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now it's Jackson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They're going to look to throw. Deep drop. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run it with Jackson. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And this one is right through. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So good news, Charles. This will not be a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter number 3.
Let the celebration begin, partner. Yeah, it's just a field goal. But the way these defenses rolled the first half, any points are looking pretty good right about now.
And now out come the Steelers. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers could get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Fresh set of downs here. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He's got time in the pocket. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here comes Grant on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they try the right side here. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Second down following the run. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So just 1 yard to go here on third down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his right. The open man is Smith. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards on the pickup. And the Dolphins have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Smith catch one, and it's first down Miami.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play, to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
They run again with Jackson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but It's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Goes underneath for Bell. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful. And now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Ronnie Hillman in there. He gets the carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here's Brandon Fields now as he's on to punt for Miami. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Another pistol look here. And now here's a carry heading left. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how